Hello friends and welcome to my channel. So today I am going to be swatching all my eyeshadows depending on the color. So I'm going to swatch all the yellows together and all the purples and so. If we're lucky, I will be able to fit the declutter also in this video. If not, stay tuned because I will post a declutter. So yeah. At the end of last year, in my spreadsheet, I had 146 shadows, and hopefully we're going to bring that down. I have finished some shadows that are still in my spreadsheet because they are in palettes or something, so I'm going to go through it and declutter and hopefully end up with a lot less eyeshadows to bring into the 2020 panless eyeshadows, because that is what I'm doing this for. I was asked to do a declutter and I thought, why not do this as well? So then I can see, like, I really do not need any more shadows of this color, so it will help me when I'm looking at eyeshadows and being like, oh my god, I need it! But maybe I don't need it because maybe I have all the shades that I'm lusting after. But yeah, to make this video not too long and hopefully having the declutter in this one, I'm going to get started. Okay, starting with yellow, here I have Mischief from the Colourpop Yes Please palette. And here is a single shadow from Inkblot. It's number 18. And yeah, those are the only two yellows that I have. I do like the Inkblot shade better than the Colourpop one. And because I only have two, I know you don't need a lot of yellows, but I know they are similar. This one from Inkblot is a bit brighter, but still, I will be keeping both of these, and I am really excited to play more with yellow this year. Okay, so here I have the reds. I have two mattes and two shimmers, and right here I have the color Spoiled from the Yes Please palette from Colourpop, and here I have Spark from Dream Street palette from Colourpop. As you can see, this one is a lot more like brick red or something like that, and this one is like more of a neon red, almost like a coral red. I don't know. Then I have these two shimmers. This one is Louis from the Yes Please palette again, and this one is On Fire from the Too Faced Natural Lust palette. This one is more like a brownie one, and this one is like a pinkish. But they are all really different. Also, they are all in palettes, so I'm keeping all of them. Alright, so here I have the greens. I only have two and they are very different. Here I have one from Too Faced. It is from the Natural Lust palette and is called Temptation. That is an olive green, and here I have like more of a seafoam green. Even maybe a bit bluish, but this one is from the Mar palette from Colourpop and is called HWY. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of greens, so yeah, but these are both in palettes, so yeah, they are going to stay for now. If like they were single shadows, which I'm not sure if I would have bought them as singles, but then they would probably be going. Here we have all the blues. 3 matte and 3 shimmers. Let's just start with the mattes. First we have Water Bearer from the Colourpop Dream Street palette. Then we have one from the Mar palette called Detour, also from Colourpop. This one is a single shadow from Coastal Scents called Electric Blue. Then again from the Dream Street palette we have Mermaid boy. Yeah, mermaid boy. Then we have a Gridlock from the Mara palette again, and then this one is from Too Faced Naturalist palette and is called Peacocking. Yeah, as you can see, these two are quite similar, but they are both in palettes, this one in the Naturalist and this one in the Dream Street, so they are both staying. And as you can see, these are similar in tone, but this one really just isn't any good, so I will be decluttering Electric Blue Single Shadow from Coastal Scents. And then this one is almost a grey. It's like a greyish blue, but in the pan it looks more blue, so yeah. So we're at least decluttering one. Then I only have one black. It is in the Naturalist palette and is called Blindfolded. So that one is staying, and yeah, as you can see, it is really, really black. So I'm really happy with that shade. So moving on to like skin tone slash beige. Like, yeah, like my skin tone. Of course, this is not everybody's skin tone, but starting with a Colourpop in the Give It To Me Straight palette. I really don't think you can see it, but this is it right here. It is called Matter of Fact. Then we have Colourpop Yes Please called Full Sip. Here I have a Essence shade. It is a single shadow. I have no idea what it is called because I depotted it and I didn't label it. This is from Coastal Scents, is a single shadow called Camois Nude. Then we have from the Too Faced Naturalist, we have Buff It Out and Silk Robe. And then I have a single shadow from Polydorf. Don't know the name. But yeah, those are all the shades. I don't think I'm getting rid of any because I can always use these. I need to set my eyeshadow primer, so I just use the one that is next to me, and hopefully I can finish some of these this year. Okay, but moving on to the grey. This kind of looks really, really brown, although they look kind of grey in the pan. This one is from a little palette, Clinique plus a Jonathan Adler, and is called Morning Java. This is from Coastal Scents called Ash Grey, not Ash Grey, Ash Grey. This is also from Coastal Scents in the color Brownstone. Then these two are like shimmery. And this is from the Too Faced Naturalist called Ball and Chain, and this is Kaleidoscope from Dream Street. I'm actually thinking of just decluttering the palette from Clinique because I never use it, but as far as these go, for now they are all staying. Okay, so finally I have swatched the purples. As you can see, not all of them look that purple when they are compared to the others, but I'm just going to go through these. So this one is TMI. This one is Be Blunt, and this one is Forthright. All of these three are from Give It To Me Straight from Colourpop. Then we have a couple from Coastal Scents. One is Maroon Berry, this one is Wild Raisin. I think this really light one is called Lilac. I can't get it out of the palette, even though it is a single shadow, but we're gonna call this one Lilac at least. Then we have Fine Wine and Magenta Pink. Then from Too Faced, the Naturalist palette, we have Pin Down, Come and Get It, Fall Hard, and then we have, let's see, Bling from the Yes Please palette. Then we have Serge Louis Alvarez. I don't know how to say it, but it is from SLA. And then more here from, well, I don't know how I'm supposed to be with my arm, but more from Too Faced Naturalist. This one is Sex Drive, Afternoon Delight, Too Good, and Peep Show. So as you can see, not all of them look that purple. Like for example, this one, this is a magenta pink. I know it says like pink, but I always think of it as a purple. Well, not when compared to purples. Then here, these kind of just look like brown and gray. So yeah, but I think I'm going to let go of some of these purples. Probably this one. This is what? Wild raisin, I think. Probably also just maroon berry and some of the other ones that are like single shadows. I will report back what I declutter. So here I have the pinks. They are also not all equally pink, but let's just go through it. Here I have Sweet Dreams from the Dream Street palette from Colourpop. Then I have a few single shadows from Colourpop. This is Say I Do, this is Wait For It, Lay Low. Then from Coastal Scents, I think this one is called Paprika. Also can't get that one out. Then we have from Give It To Me Straight from Colourpop, Candid. Then this one is a single from Colourpop called Comeback Kid. Then here we have Twinkle from the Dream Street from Colourpop. Sun-Dried, this one really isn't pink, but it kind of looked pinkish, apparently. And it really is just a brown. Maybe a purple, maybe. But here I have, let's see, Mauve. That one also maybe should not be in there, but then we have Take the Cake from the Natural Lust palette. Sorry, I have a list, so this one is Take the Cake. This one is Flirty Pop. This one is Just Like That, and this is the blush from the Clinique Jonathan Adler palette. I am going to declutter that one, so there's one more shade. I don't know if I will swatch it or not. But, like, yeah, I think I'm going to declutter these two. Those are singles. But probably, like, keep the rest because they are either in a palette or I am interested in using them. Alright, so these are the dark browns. I'm going to go through them. This is Elfish from the Dream Street palette from Colourpop. This is Actually from Give It To Me Straight from Colourpop. This is Mar palette from Colourpop called Top Down. This is French Kiss from the Yes Please Colourpop palette. This is New Terrain from Coastal Scents. It's a single shadow. This is Burnt Umber, also from Coastal Scents, a single shadow. Then these two are from Too Faced Natural Lust. This one is called Spank Me, and this one is Hot to Trot. No one person needs, very nice, that many brown shadows, so I am going to let these two, these two, Burnt Umber and New Terrain go because they are single shadows, and the Top Down from the Mar palette is so broken and it just keeps breaking again and again. I don't know if you can see, but I think I'm just going to depot the colors that I want from the Mar palette, and yeah, the rest is just going to go either in the trash, like this brown one, or to friends and family. But yeah. And the orange and coral shades are Magical from the Dream Street, Boozy from the Mar palette, Big Cocktails, Champs, Chauffeur, and GNO, all from the Yes Please palette. So those are all from palettes. I'm probably going to declutter the Boozy shade from the Mar palette when I depot that, because it is pretty much exactly like Chauffeur from the Yes Please palette, and I really don't use these shadows that often. So yeah. It's a lot less of like orange and curls than I thought I had, but I mean. Okay, so here I have light shimmers, or light-ish, but right here, I don't know if you can see these really well, but here I have up front from Give It To Me Straight Colourpop palette. I really like this one. I have never used it before, but it is so pretty. Then I have El Rey from the More palette, probably going to declutter. Mooney from Dream Street, Butter Cake from Yes Please, don't really like that one, really chunky. Then I have All Tied Up from Too Faced, Naturalist, really like that one. Love Spark from Naturalist also. Then I have here Granny Goes Glammy or something like that from Essence. And then Ringer from Colourpop. I'm probably going to declutter the Essence shade. I don't know, I did think I was going to, but suddenly I just don't really like him. So yeah, probably El Rey and Granny Goes Glammy or something. Alright, I have quite a lot of warm brown shades. So this is from Coastal Scents. It is Oktoberfest. This is Note to Self from Yes Please. Then we have, Then we have Sorbet from the Mar palette, Potion and Shooting Star from the Dream Street palette. Then we have Truth Hurts, BS and Frank from Give It To Me Straight. Then from Coastal Scents we have Oatmeal Tan, Harvest Brown, Barista, and Coconut Husk. And then from Too Faced Naturalist, these two we have Call Me Back and Set in Stone. So I think I'm going to let these three go from my collection. These are all single shadows from Coastal Scents. Those are Coconut Husk, Barista and Harvest Brown. I don't know, I don't see a use for them. I don't really use these colors. And yeah, the others are pretty much in a palette or something I want to use. Okay, so here we have Cool Browns. This is Timeless Taupe, Light Taupe and Komoko Cafe from Coastal Scents. Then from Too Faced Naturalist is Embrace Me and DM Me. And then from Colourpop a single shadow called Made to Last. I see that these four are all pretty similar, so I'm going to declutter these two, and this one is just dark and I don't think I'm ever going to use it, so I'm decluttering all of the single shadows from Coastal Scents, but the rest I am keeping. And then here we have all kinds of brown shimmers. So this is from Coastal Scents, Sunset Gold, Pure Bronze and Copper Glaze. Then Straighten Up from Give It To Me Straight, Stardust from Dream Street, Wild One and My Way from the Mar palette, 20 Something, a single shade from Colourpop. Then from Too Faced, Naturalist, Sassy Brassy, Hard to Get and Such a Tease. And then just a single shade from Sephora, number 84. This one is definitely just going to the trash because this is my first eyeshadow. It is 5 or 6 years old and that is disgusting. Also, I don't really use it. These three are also going to go... Yeah, I just never use them. Then these two... I might keep this one called Wild One from the Mar palette, but this one is, I think, definitely going. The 20 something, I don't like the texture of it too much, so that one is going. The rest are in palettes, so those are staying. It feels really good to lighten the load, so hopefully that will do a lot. Alright, and lastly I have all my transition shades, or like ish. Those are basically just leftover shades, and my only gold. Let's just start with the gold. It's called Oops a Daisy and is in the Too Faced Naturalist palette. That is saying it's in a palette. Then we have this one. I have no idea what it's called, but it's from Coastal Scents. Then Wake Up Call from Colourpop. Midnight Rodeo from Coastal Scents, Downright from the Give It To Me Straight palette from Colourpop, and Love Language from Too Faced Naturalist. I am going to get rid of Midnight Rodeo, but I think the rest of them are staying. Hello friends and welcome to my channel. So today I am going to be swatching all my eyeshadows